You can't force yourself to keep going through hard things. You can only love your way through them. Every failed marriage, failed business, failed passion project, I'd bet that most of them didn't start from love. They started from something that looked like love, but wasn't really actual passion. Love isn't the prize you get after things go well. It's the seed you plant before you know how things go. If you enter anything new, a marriage, a job, a creative project, hoping love or passion will show up later once it works out, you are doing it backwards. The contrast here is starting from love versus starting from fear, ambition, scarcity, or proving something to someone. That is a very common mistake. A relationship that's fundamentally transactional and it is built to extract something, security, validation, or status and resources, collapses the moment it stops delivering. A relationship that starts from love can absorb hardship, conflict, boredom, hard seasons, because the hardship isn't evidence the thing is broken. It's just weather. The commitment and the vows are not what carries a marriage or a relationship through the hard times. Love of the person and love of the shared fate you have together is what does that. The vow is just the container of it. The same logic applies to a business or a creative pursuit. If you started only to make money or escape something, the first real obstacle will feel like proof that you should quit. If you start from actually loving the work or being passionate about it, about solving a problem or about your craft, obstacles become part of the story rather than a verdict on the decision. And this is the importance of unconditional love, because it always creates the soil from which things can grow. And whenever that is there, you can always build something. But when you don't have that, nothing can actually start, including in a relationship or with any passions or with business or with any project. There needs to be unconditional love first. Like since I was very little, I knew I will want to start a business. And just like anybody, I started many little failed businesses that were ultimately, the entire point was ultimately just simply to gain experience because I like doing the thing. And as I kept doing that, I acquired the experience and actually got better at it and started making money. But that is what you need. And for that to ever happen, you need the passion or love behind it. You need it to be able to keep going. That is why I really like Nietzschean philosophy, because there is this concept of loving your fate and not just accepting what happens, but loving it, including all of the setbacks, so you can actually embrace living. It's not just to love the person or love the work. It's loving your entire fate and life as it unfolds, step by step, the whole shape of it, including the parts that don't always go your way. Without this, resilience becomes really hard. With it, resilience becomes almost effortless. You are not fighting your circumstances, you are in a relationship with them, and you can actually develop deeper confidence. The opposite of this is when people are resentful. When they're resenting their spouse or their work or their circumstances, which quietly poisons everything even when things are good on paper and makes progress never happen. So a useful test you can use. When things get hard, do you feel betrayed by the situation, or do you feel like you're still in love with what you're doing? That tells you what you actually started from. This isn't about being naively positive. You can love your fate and still find it hard, painful, or situations unfair. The love isn't denial. It is not needing it to be different in order to stay in relationship with it. Love isn't the soft secondary thing. It is the load-bearing structure. The discipline, commitment, and grit are downstream from it, not substitutes for it. It creates the soil so progress can happen. So when you're doing something, did you actually start from love, or just something that looked like it?